Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. Now, before I get into it, I just want to let you guys know that I'm literally coming off of almost a 14-hour live stream, and I haven't gone to sleep, so my voice is darn near shot. Like, I'm extremely tired, so if I don't have that much energy in this video, I apologize, but I stayed up because I did not want to miss what the Legends team was going to show us, and sure enough, we finally saw what it was. So we got the confirmation of 2 new sparking units, and one of which is something that I know a lot of people have waited years to get. So we got the confirmation of a brand new sparking Trunks, but it's when Baby took control of Trunks, so it's officially known as now anyway, Trunks Parasitism. So there's that. But the other thing is the one unit we've waited a long time for, and that is none other than LF Super Baby 2. I am so excited to use this unit. I cannot wait to summon for him. But of course, I recorded my reaction, so check out my reaction, and then we'll break down what Baby can do. All right, here we go. Let's see. One by one, fearsome nemesis are coming to Dragon Ball Legends. Wait, what? Wait! Baby! Whoa! Whoa! I was not expecting that. That's actually kind of cool. Whoa!
Revenge begins now.
Hold up. Wait, bro. That's actually cool. LF Super Baby 2, finally! Finally it happened! Man, nah, this was a long time coming, bro. Like, I know he's gonna be clean. Like, it's about to... They did it! They did it! Peak! Peak! Like, I'm so glad LF Super Baby 2 is finally a thing.
Stay still and die.
Yeah, nah, I'm summoning for that. I'm summoning for that.
You couldn't have made this easier for me.
Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm summoning for that. That's cool. This unit looks really cool, man, but let's just get right into it. So again, we're gonna skip all the yellow things so we can actually break down the actual information that'll more than likely be shown in the game. So it shows element yellow, character tags, Saiyan, transforming warrior, regeneration, GT, merging, powerful opponent, and of course episode, Super Baby Saga GT. Main ability: randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the ultimate card, Revenge Death Ball, next. Restores own health by 25% and ki by 50. -5 to own arts cost for 30 timer counts. Reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1 and cancels enemy attribute upgrades. Requirements: 25 timer counts must elapse. So not bad, definitely not bad. Again, your main ability heals you, which is good. It restores your ki by 50, so you'll get access to pretty much any card in the game, so long as you don't have any, anything that will prevent you from being able to utilize cards, whatever the case may be. Your arts costs are lower as well for 30 timer counts. So again, whatever cost the arts cards are, just knock it down by 5, and that's how much it'll cost. You knock down Dragon Balls from the opponent, so that's good. So you may be able to delay Rising Rush, and then you cancel enemy attribute upgrades. So all their buffs gone, which is good. Z ability 1, plus 22% to attack, GT, base strike, and blast defense during battle. Plus 26, or Z ability 2, plus 26% to attack GT or tag powerful opponent, base strike, and blast defense during battle. Z ability 3, plus 30% to tag GT, tag powerful opponent, or tag regeneration, base strike, and blast defense, and plus 15% to tag regeneration, base strike attack during battle. And Z ability 4, plus 38% to tag GT, tag powerful opponent, or tag regeneration, base strike, and blast defense, and plus 18% to tag regeneration, base strike attack during battle. So seeing that he's buffing defensive stats, it seems like he's going to be a defense type, but what I'm I'm kind of stuck on the fact that why they're adding so many defense types to GT. I don't know why. Like, because if I'm not mistaken, isn't the blue LF Spirit Bomb Goku a defense type? So again, it's I mean, if it works, it works, but I'm pretty sure GT can use more offensive units. I think that'd be kind of nice. Anyway, moving on. Strike Arts, it has blast armor, so that's good. Blast is just regular blast arts. Special move deals massive impact damage, plus 50% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation. Obscures all enemy cards for 5 timer counts on hit. Oh lord. Okay. So yeah, you get hit by Baby's special move and you're pretty much blind. So you will not be able to know which card you will have in your hand for 5 timer counts, unless, for example, if you have 4 of the exact same card, then that doesn't really matter, right? Like for strike arts or for blast arts, then obviously if you get obscured, you know what you have, so you'll be fine. But in a general retrospect, it can be annoying. And then all arts costs are turned it just explains what obscure is. But again, for those who don't know, all arts cards are turned face down for the effect duration and their positions are shuffled. But again, if you have all of the same cards, it literally doesn't matter. If unique gauge is full, which means yes, this unit has a unique gauge, resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 20% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, nullifies unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts, and nullify enemies restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. Now, okay, so when you fill the unique gauge and then it resets to 0, you nullify element factor, which is good, right? You also nullify endurance, right? So that's also good for 3 timer counts. It is short, but I understand at the same time. And even at that, it's kind of weird. Well, actually, no, it's not really weird because it's on your special move. So no, okay, we take that because again, I expect his ultimate attack to nullify endurance anyway. So giving him another opportunity of being able to nullify endurance is actually not bad. I don't think it's the greatest effect with it only being 3 timer counts from the unique gauge, but hey, you know, better than nothing. And then we have his special skill. The following effects occur upon activation. Restores own health by 15% and ki by 50, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, nullifies own unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts, reduces enemy ki by 60. Whoa. Okay, so again, you restore health and ki, which is good, right? You boost your damage, you nullify element factors, which is going to be important. So that means that there's a few scenarios where this unit will be at the very least okay against their inverse element factor. So again, let's say this unit is a green unit, right? Obviously purple units will be a big detriment to them, but you pop your special skill, you become element neutral. So you have the opportunity of being able to either, survive longer or being able to deal more damage instead of being, disadvantageous or whatever the case may be. And you cripple the opponent by knocking them down their ki by 60. That's a big hit. So there's definitely viability there. And then of course on top of being able to, heal and get ki. Anyway, counter will activate upon enemies' melee tap actions or strike arts while in fighting pose. So the special skill is a counter. Applies the following effects to self when counter activates. Randomly draws at most 3 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover for 5 timer counts, comboable arts, strike arts, blast arts, special move arts, and ultimate arts. So pretty much you activate the counter, you can follow up with darn near anything except for special skill, and you nullify cover change. So that means that if somebody wants to try to get them out, they can get them out, but they can't stop your combo. So there's that. Really, really good follow-up. And then of course, ultimate attack deals massive explode damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restores vanishing gauge by 100%. Whoa, okay, that's really good. Okay, because remember, this is on activation, which means that you don't have to land it You just have to use it. That's it. Plus 50% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade. Minus 20% to enemies sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. So again, like I said, it's an LF unit. He has an ultimate attack. I expect it to nullify endurance point blank. If unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0, and the following effects occur upon activation. Plus 70% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, cannot be canceled. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts. Blast armor when charging forward. So of course it has blast armor. It has, the ability to nullify endurance, all that good stuff. But you also can inflict them with no switching. And again, this is on activation, which means that if your unique gauge is full and you somehow, someway manage to get the opponent to vanish, and then you literally throw out the ult before they switch or whatever the case may be, they're a sitting duck. So it's going to be good because, well, even if, right, the scenario isn't favorable, right? Like, let's say you're up against the likes of, we'll say LF17, right? He just swapped in. You know for a fact they can't swap him out yet, right? 17 vanishes the first hit, right? And then afterwards you throw out your ult, right? And then, actually, no. We'll have an even better scenario. So you make him vanish, right? Then he makes you vanish, right? You pop your main, and then you throw out your ult. He's able to vanish out of the way again, because, his ability and whatnot. But you activate your ult, you get your vanish back. So you can get out the way and then continue your combo, right? That's just one scenario, right? And not only that, he's trapped in for 3 timer counts anyway. So you get to still get something off of that, right? And obviously the best case scenario would be just landing the ult on 17. Anyway, so we have unique ability 1, plus 30% to damage inflicted by allies against tag Saiyan. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Cannot be canceled. So he deals extra damage against Saiyan. I think as of right now, that's probably a really good ability to have just because Saiyans are just running rampant on PvP right now, so that's good. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 100% to damage inflicted, cannot be canceled. That's a pretty big buff. Reduces damage received by 70%, cannot be canceled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, cannot be canceled. Plus 70% to key recovery, cannot be canceled. Minus 10 to special move arts cost, cannot be canceled. So that's actually pretty solid. So that means what your special move will cost 40. You get a lot of key recovery, you get arts card draw speed, you deal extra damage, you barely take damage. Like, I expect this unit to be a defense type that can hit relatively hard, which will be good. And again, I'm just assuming, but they're literally setting him up to be a defense type, so the following effects occur when this character enters the battlefield. Randomly draws 1 new card, that's good. Restores own health by 15% and ki by 20, plus 80% to damage inflicted, cannot be canceled, activates once. Randomly destroys 1 enemy card, reduces enemy ki by 20. So he hops in, is able to sabotage the opponent a little bit, boost damage, heals, gets ki, reduces enemy ki. Like, it's kind of just all around jack of all trades-esque ability of being able to just enter the battlefield. You enter the battlefield, your enemy loses 20 ki, you get a card, right? You get the key to potentially use the card, you heal, you get extra damage for 1 time, but still you get extra damage, and then you destroy an enemy's card. It's just like a lot of things happening, but it could be helpful. Applies the following effects to self based on the number of defeated battle members. Oh boy, okay, this unit's gonna have last man standing buffs. Let's see. 1 member, nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 10 timer counts, and increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 10 timer counts. 2 members, nullifies unfavorable element factors for 10 timer counts, and increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 15 timer counts. Okay, so again, pretty much just nullifying element factor and increasing your arts card draw speed. That's literally it. Still better than nothing, but hey, Applies the following effects to self every time this character uses a strike or blast arts card. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts, plus 30% to critical rate for 5 timer counts, up to 60%. Applies buff effects, nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover, for 5 timer counts, activates once, and then activation count resets after character switch. So pretty much for the first maybe 1 or 2, maybe 3 arts cards that you're able to utilize, whether they're strike or blast, you'll pretty much nullify cover change. After 5 timer counts, then you're pretty much able to be countered. But you do get damage buffs, you raise your crit rate, nullify, cover change, all that good stuff. So it's not bad. And then, of course, unique ability 2, knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack. Activates during assist, comboable arts, special move arts. So they have strike cover, and you can follow up with a special move. As simple as that. The following effects occur when changing cover. Restores own key by 30. So at the very least, you'll be able to use a strike arts card. At the very most, you'll be able to use a blast arts card. And obviously, it's completely dependent on how much key you have regardless. But thinking about like the bare minimum would be strike arts and special skill. Maximum would be your key blast. Anyway, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 10% to strike and blast arts power for 10 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 20% to special move, ultimate, and awaken arts power for 10 timer counts. So there's that. Greatly charges own unique gauge every time when hit with an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Again, there's no way in the world this unit is not a defense type. There's just no way in the world they're not. The following effects occur once unique gauge is full. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws a special move arts card next. Activates twice. Restores own health by 25% and key by 50. Cancels own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. Increases own Dragon Balls by 1. Activates once. Randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. Reduces enemy key by 50. Reduces enemy vanishing gauge to 0. Activates twice. Seals all enemies' main abilities for 10 timer counts. Now, this sounds good on paper. It sounds good on paper, but the thing is, reducing your enemy's vanishing gauge to 0 sounds good, but it would be ineffective for the most part because more often than not, the opponent can just swap out to a unit that has their vanish. So unless like you're up against somebody who's like the last man standing, then it's not really going to help out too much. But I mean, obviously, like various scenarios could like determine whether or not that would be good or bad. In a general retrospect, it's good, but in the long term, we'll have to see. And then, of course, being able to seal their main abilities is good. Reducing their key, destroying cards, increasing your Dragon Balls, like all that, good. The following effects occur when enemy switches characters while this character is on the battlefield. Restores own key by 30. Randomly draws at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Plus 50% to strike and blast arts damage inflicted for 5 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 1 arts card draw speed level for 5 timer counts. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received for 10 timer counts. Shortens allies substitution counts by 5 when enemy activates an ultimate arts, awaken arts, or rising rush while this character is on the battlefield. And I think that'll be a lot more beneficial to use with the, Blue Spirit Bomb Goku, the GT unit, right? Because obviously he has endurance. So being able to throw him in would help out tremendously. And honestly, I'm hoping that this unit is good because it does sound like he has like some good abilities, but I don't think that there's anything too crazy in here per se. Like it sounds strong but safe in a sense. And obviously, like in due time, we'll actually see if it is strong but safe, or if it actually is broken, or if he's not that good. It's just I have a bit of concern about how they may handle this LF unit just because of how they handled LF Super Vegeta. I really don't think they handled that unit well at all, especially because LF Super 17 is just miles better than that unit, like night and day. So, well, then again, on the bright side, on GT, right, you can use, the Blue Spirit Bomb Goku GT. You can use Super 17 with LF Super Baby 2. So, I don't know, like it sounds like this unit will have strong units to help them out. But again, only time will tell. But that's everything about the brand new LF Super Baby 2. But I do want to know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And again, I apologize for not being able to put energy in this video. It's just my voice is gone. I gotta go to sleep. But I do want to know what you guys thought about this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.